Right, hello tubers, Friday! Another week done. It's a weekend and I can't wait. So tomorrow, you've seen my little video, I'm going out for a ride. If you can come along, more than welcome. If you can't make it, don't worry. And if you come and you want to peel off anywhere you want to peel off you go. But I think we're gonna do sorry people, I think what we're gonna do we're gonna do a Welsh ride, a 20-mile-an-hour zone. So heading first of all to Ponderosa, and then who knows from there, probably to Bala and round some of the lovely back lanes that are in Wales. So if you want to come along, more than welcome. Be a full day of it. And what am I going to talk about now? I had to put petrol in the mighty NC this morning, £13.37. And I never recorded it, but where I come out the petrol station, and I was gutted, I had my camera off. Pulled out the petrol station, onto a roundabout, a police patrol car in front, stops dead in the roundabout to let a bus come onto the roundabout, in a roundabout. Thought, what an absolute beluga, to say the least. You don't stop and give way to people in a roundabout. You've got to be mental to do that. And I'm not being funny, I was right behind him. So if I'd have been any closer, or anyone had been going at any speed, they'd have hit him. Fabric on society is breaking down, people. What a lovely day. Now what else I was gonna have a whinge about something, and I forget what it was. I know what it was. It was gonna whinge about, well, it's not a whinge, it's a chat about all these dealers that are going bust. You know, it's quite heavy on the interweb at the moment, on the big YouTube, and it's quite sad. But the sad thing about it is, like, you're looking at the dealers that go bust, but it's not just the dealers it's affecting. You know, everyone just thinks, oh, that dealership's gone. And going back, you know, if I go back years, you go back, there used to be a dealer called Rossi, who you know the rider. There was a massive dealership called Rossi. They went under. They were out a good few years and they went bust. But it's not just the dealerships that it affects. You think about it, it affects suppliers. So companies that have got helmets in there, gloves, boots, chains, locks, electrical gadgets, everything that you buy for your bike. A lot of these big showrooms, they hold them. So them suppliers of them goods lose a massive income there. Then you look at the other side where it affects. Local authorities lose rates. Insurance companies lose insurance. The likes of delivery people who would, if you go to a dealership, they've got their own van, but a lot of the cases where if they've been doing bikes online, they'll actually pay for a courier to drop bikes off for people. That's gone. So the web that is, it goes so wide, it's absolutely untrue. And the people it affects is so wide, it's untrue. But I always think when something falls over, something else comes along, you know, and builds up. Something takes its place. Now the other thing that really puzzles me and what I think about is what's happening to all the bikes that have gone, when these dealerships have gone under and they go into liquidation. What happens to the bikes that are in there? You know, they're going out to auction. So the brand new bikes, what the actual manufacturers, how does that work? So if you're a dealer or you've been a dealer and you've worked there, what happens to them brand new bikes that are owned by the actual suppliers? Because we talk about the customers putting deposits down and putting the bikes in part exchange and then losing them. So does the same happen to these dealers' bikes? Don't know. Very interesting. If anyone knows, be interested to know about. Because we all know straight away, the first people that want the money is VAT. The VAT man wants his money first. The tax man. They shouldn't get naff all. At the end of the day, whatever money is owing should go back to whoever's left the deposit. They shouldn't have to go to court to fight it. They shouldn't get a reduced amount. You fucking wanker! Are you absolutely fucking blind? Are you blind? Are you blind? What a fucking wanker. Got to be drugged up to fuck. Welcome to the world of motorcycling, people. It was a nice, easy, relaxing ride, that, weren't it? So, yeah, motorcycling can be dangerous. And that, unfortunately, is the attitude of scum like that. Wouldn't look at me in the face because he knew what he'd done, and he's probably smoking fucking marijuana in his van through his vape. What a bunch of tossers. Anyway, forget it, it's gone. Let's move on. So that's what was going on with in terms of what happens to all these bikes and the goods that are in there. We know that whatever the company owns goes into auction, or the liquidators will find someone to buy them. But the speed dealers are going bust. Who's going to buy them? But getting back off that and going back onto Britain and UK and going back to one of my previous videos, I don't know what it is about us British, but we get up and we stand up and we fight and we battle through it no matter what. And that's why I love Britain. That's why I love British people. Because when you get down to the soul of us, we're hard working, honest nation. The people that have built this, that have worked and paid the taxes, you know, and don't want to rip the state off. Day by day they go in and do what they need to do. We have a whinge. We're probably the best country in the world for whinging, but that's what we do. So that's just my little thoughts on the way home. What a happy day on a Friday. This is a gorgeous day. me know your thoughts on it. And if you know, I'm really sorry to say if you've been one of these, been caught up in the dealerships and you've lost your job, I hope you've got another one. Let us know if you have and you've got another job. I really do, you know, for all of you. Hope there's something at the end of the line for you. And you know, I've been made redundant in my life. I worked for a subsidiary of IBM, and I was there 10 years. We got called into a meeting on a Monday morning, and the liquidator was there, and we were based out of Kings Winsford at that time. And luckily they said, you've got the cars, the company cars, you can use them for the next 7 days, and then they'll be collected from your home address. You have to put your own petrol in it, and they're insured. So that was it. You know, as soon as I got home, I was hunting for another job. And the other side about it was, where companies that lay you off and they've got money in the pot, they can pay you decent redundancy. But like the company I worked for had no money and no assets. So what happened then was the state give you their equivalent of redundancy, which was like your sick pay. So for 10 years of working for a company, it was about 500 quid, about 56 quid a year. That's all it paid. I'd lie there, about 2.5 times what I earned. Like 2.5 times what it was. It worked out about £110 a month for 10 years. And that's all I got. And that got taxed. And you didn't get your pay packet. Your pay packet had gone. That month we didn't get our pay packet. And you know, and that's where, going back to where I say with people going about having your own house, I was fortunate in the way I'd educated myself in Microsoft and Cisco, and that I had a good network of people that I'd met in the jobs, so I'd built up a good spectrum of people I knew, and I was lucky enough to get a job within 7 days. I was back in work. Less money, a lot less money, no company car, and again that took me a few years to get back on my feet, and I just kept on going, and I got back on my feet. Didn't hold it against the directors of that company, because they looked after me extremely well. IT was changing, you know, and like it is now. We talk about, you've got Copilot now, and you've got ChatGPT. These programs are doing programmers out of jobs because you don't need them, and that's how versatility in our life is changing. And unfortunately, it's much harder for someone of my age, because it's harder to actually study and learn and be motivated to do that than someone who's 20 or 30. And you've just got to somehow follow the trend. You've got to somehow, sometimes people don't like the jobs they're in, and I always say you're better off in a job so you can find another job. Because if you're working, one, you're networking with people, and two, as much as it's our time that's disappeared, it's good for your mental health. I mean, you know, you look at even YouTubers now that are making the living out of it, they work harder than what they would have done in the normal job. I mean, TMF for one, I know we all go on because he's the biggest one out there for the UK, I think. When you listen to what he says, and he's quite, you know, good on him. He's worked hard and he's done well, but he still works hard to pump out the quality of videos that he pumps out. He has to still get on that bike, and you know, it's like he's doing the tour now of all, you know, around Europe. Yeah, it's a holiday, but it's also work. So he goes on that holiday, and then he has to sit down at his laptop or get home, sit on his PC and sift through hours and hours of stuff he's sat with and work out what he thinks is best for you. So as much as he's doing something that he probably loves because it's a hobby, but it's also work. And that's where I say with people, when I say about, you know, I'm not getting at younger people at 30, when millennials. I'm not getting at you, because there's a lot of them out there that work hard, and a lot of them, like I said truthfully, it's luck, because you can work hard all your life and still not get your house, not get anything near what anyone else gets. When I see people that work hard and they're going to a job 40 hours a week and they're coming home with a pittance, and then you're seeing people unemployed on the dole that are getting benefits, getting DLA, getting PIPs, they've got a car set outside, they go on holidays. Not all of them do it, and I understand that, but a lot do, that are milking the system. I feel my heart bleeds for them, because it's wrong. Life has just become too much of a handout for people. And you know, sometimes hard work, you need hard work. And hard work can be quite easily with the employers. I watched today at some stage, there's a massive court battle that's gone on with Tesco. And Tesco, the usual little slimy trick. So these companies are making millions, hundreds of millions of pounds in profit, and what they're trying to do is get people out of contracts and give them new ones. So there's something in that contract that don't suit them, so they want them out of it so that they can flirt them off, and they're starting the job again under a new contract because you don't want to pay them. And they lost, and so it should be. You know, if you're going to be an employer, be a fair employer. If, like I say, if you look after people, you'll find they'll look after you. And here we go, we've got to make sure there's no cars going to wipe me out today, or vans, white vans. Right people, what a whinge, eh? So I'm looking forward anyway to tomorrow, having a ride out, and like I say, I really don't worry. It's nice that I've put it out, you know. It'd be nice if new people turn up. You don't, you know, don't feel obliged that you have to go, because I'd rather see you just get on your bike and enjoy yourself, like I do. Just get on it and enjoy it. You know, every time I ride my bikes, something new happens, like that van today. But there's so many things happens, and that's the entertainment of it. And at the end of the day, as long as you get home safe, I'm happy. It's proper busy today, isn't it? And I think that's all I had to say. By Friday, you were a bit buzzed out by Friday because you've worked all week and you want to chill out. So you think, why would you want to go on your bike again and do another 6 or 8 hour day on a bike? I don't know. Why is it as well, if you're like me, an older rider, why do you still like riding? And have you changed in your views on what you ride? You know, because I go back and I think about this a lot. I think when I was younger, 20s, 30s, I wanted the sports bikes. And you know, you look at shops now, not many sports bikes are being sold. They're all like the NC, they're all like adventure sit-up. And like the Vogues, which people buy them with all these fancy gadgets on to do off-road. Never go off-road, very, very rarely, because not many of us can ride them bikes off-road the way they should be ridden. And why would you? Why would you want to smash a 10 grand bike up? I've said it before. But sometimes when you go on a bike, I don't know whether it's, sometimes even I like going out just on my own. No camera on, no headsets, just riding. Anywhere, don't know where to go, I'll just ride. Stop when I want a drink. Just thoroughly enjoy that moment. Are you like that? How many of you do that? And let me know. And what has been the best bike you've ridden? Have you had a bike in the past that you wish you still had now, and you could go back to it, and you could have it in your garage and you would get on it? It's like I say with this NC. At this moment in time, there's nothing better for me out there. And it's just because I find it absolutely relaxing, easy to ride, and I'm 100% comfortable and confident on it. There's nothing about it that shakes me, that worries me. And I think at that, people, that's it. Friday rant on our way home over. I hope you've all had a good week, rich or poor. Hope if you're younger and you're saving for your first house, I hope this government does help you. You know, let's hope Starmer does turn this country round. Don't seem to be at the moment, but that's all we can do, people, is hope. Because all as you can do is vote and hope, and keep your sanity. You know, try not to be bitter, and like I say to people, be kind to others. Sometimes it's hard, you know, but I think you're a better person for it if you do that. You know, you'll be able to walk through life with your head up high. Right at that, people, it's been emotional. Ride safe, be kind to others, and with luck they will be kind to you. And I'll see you on the next one. Bertrand Biker, riding the mighty NC 750 DCT. That's the final thing. I was watching, if you've not seen him before, welcome to the NC Club, the Irish rider. I was looking at his video this morning and I thought, is he on my bike there? Except for the windshield, I wouldn't have known any difference. Ride safe, bud, you'll love it. See you later.